Hey everybody, beta is officially set to come out on June 3rd, so we are going to wrap this thing up. Essentially, what I'm doing is making sure that or trying to build the best order deck that I can at the moment with the scrolls I have available, so you can maybe see and get an idea of what that would look like. Um, what I've done thus far before I started recording is I sold everything except for the order scrolls I have to get some gold. So I'm going to go ahead and buy some order scrolls just to see what I can get, and then after that we'll sell some stuff, rinse repeat until we get down to what we think is a good deck. Focus, a lot of doubles so far. This is the point probably where if you were going in one resources, the amount of doubles we're seeing right here, it's probably a good sign that you need to start looking at other resources. Just because there wasn't a lot of value in any of these purchases we just made. Most of what we just got there was stuff we already had, so that was like a fourth blessing of haste. A callback we actually don't want. We're going to sell a fourth crossbowman. Crown of Strength, we didn't get any of those. Divine Marks, I'm on the fence about. But yeah, another Ducal Skirmisher. Yeah, when you start to see this many doubles, you start to realize that's when you need to start putting your money into, or your gold into another resource type. And again, this is only if you are purchasing, or if you're not buying shards, and if you're only buying gold. When you go the gold route, you're gonna use one. You pick the one deck you start with, which will be your starter, and then you use your gold to help you refine that one resource until you get it up to a competitive deck. And then after that, you move on to the second resources, or you start buying scroll packs. Let's see, we're gonna hold on to the mangonels. Obelisk probably won't make the cut. Pother will keep. Powerbound probably won't make the cut. We'll hold on to one purification just in case. Roasted bean potion, I'm still on the fence about. I actually haven't tested it yet, but yeah, the 3 royal skirmishers are no good, or the 3 extra royal skirmishers because we already have 3. Shrine, and you can see these grayed out ones. These are from the starter. You can't sell what your original deck was. They don't let you do that. Sort of to save you from yourself. So we'll sell off those. We get 600 more gold. We'll try and buy some more order stuff just to make the best possible order deck. Another thing we're going to sell. Another thing we're going to sell back, but another thing we're going to sell. Another thing we're going to sell out of gold. So let's sell back. Resonant Helm. We don't need 2 extra ones. Horn of Ages, Ducal Skirmisher, Honorable General. So we're in the H's. Horn of Ages, Honorable General, Ducal Skirmisher. So we got actually some gold from the Ducal Skirmisher there, or from the Honorable General, because he sold back for 200. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, they're selling. That's actually a huge huge thing to notice, is that we're not getting the same gold we used to from our scrolls. So it may actually, I think I'm gonna say, you know, even though we're not getting back the same amount that we would, I still think the best method for getting a competitive deck is to focus on one resource. Because there are 3 resources, when you buy from these random scrolls, you're just not guaranteeing yourself that you'll get anything that is valuable to your one resource type. But again, I'm going to highly recommend shards just to pick up the final pre-constructed decks, just so you have some place to start, and then you exclusively buying scroll packs, and then buying the just for you scrolls as they come up and you become eligible to get those. So at this point, we've made all the purchases we can make. I think we'll go ahead and buy this with shards just so that maybe we can get another purchase in. Oh wait, no, we can't because we're down in gold. But let's sell that guy off. I thought 150, and then I realized that was a common. Anyway, no, not gonna worry about it. So I think we'll sell Horn of Ages as well, actually. I don't think that makes it into the final deck either. I don't know. Actually, we might hold on to those. Those are good in the challenges when you know you're about to die. In some of those, casting a Horn of Ages can keep you alive. Just because of the way in some of those trials you can't target the creatures. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Okay, so we're gonna hop over to the deck builder. Make sure that load deck. We'll get that out of the way. Yeah. This one, huzzah! Sort by cost. Look one more time. Callback, I don't think makes it. Horn of Ages, New Orders, I don't think makes it. Pother, actually, I have a lot of success with Pother. Ideally, we would want some Imperial resources, but Purification's been okay early, but as like an early option. But as you get better scrolls, there's probably other things you want to be doing. These two I'm on the fence about. They kind of die quick, and they hurt your progression if you play out of early Royal Infantry. And I think creature-wise, you have enough creatures to play without having to play these. That there's a point where there's some value in the creatures you have, essentially because they or there's value in playing other things other than creatures, like Imperial resources and focus, because they make it so that the creatures you do have get better. Summons could be good if we end up playing Mangonel, so we'll keep that in mind. Vengeance Veil I don't think makes it. Divine Mark is still I'm on the fence about. This Faith Blessing might come in if are they? Yeah, it's still the same. Target unit you control takes 2 damage here. Oh, nope, they changed the wording on Faith Blessing, so it's no longer. It used to be you sacrifice a unit to deal damage to all your opponent's units, so that's no longer worth it. Flip's a good trick. I wouldn't fault you if you played Flip. Frostwind I've had some success with, but it seems like as people get more refined decks with more countdown manipulation, Frostwind gets to be lackluster. Plate Armor I don't think does enough. Obelisk I don't think does enough. Rusted Beam Potion I've actually yet to try out, but it seems like the extra movement is good for people who don't know what they want to do, essentially. If you can plan ahead and use some tricks, you can some move things appropriately. You don't need the extra move, or it's not worth it to put it on a unit. Mangonel seems pretty good. I think if we had another speed, we'd definitely run him. I think we'll try it. We might try it anyway. We'll toss him in there just to see. And then Faith Chains I don't think does enough. Shrine I've seen some success with. Thought Trap is the other one. And then Waken Stones is really good if you're trying to play a slower control deck. And I've had success with Waken Stones. It's really annoying to play against. It's hard to deal with. So Waken Stones is definitely a good candidate. It's just it doesn't fit my playstyle very well. But if we were to put 3 summons in and 3 Mangonels to essentially have 6 Mangonels in the deck, we'd be at 58 scrolls. We could probably pop off. Let's see. There was a couple I saw that I didn't think I need to see. I've had success with Crown of Strength. I kind of want to keep it in. I feel like I need Heritage, but it's one of the things I've tried to tend to draw and sacrifice the most because I end up just not having time for it. Kabonk might be in the same boat. It's just so good to get that free draw and that extra point of damage, but I'm gonna leave it in. So right now we're at 57. We might take out these guys, these Night Scholars, bring our count down on units. They're pretty good, but it seems like I never used the second ability, so I'm just paying 5 to deal 3 damage. That might be a wrong play. I'm just trying something different here. And ideally we'd have 2 more Imperial resources, so these decisions would be a little less a little less difficult, because I think these two heritage would be two imperial resources, and then maybe this heritage might be something else. I don't know. That didn't make any sense. Sorry, that didn't make any sense. We have 5 to cut. We'll definitely cut 1 summons, because maybe 5 mangonels is too many, especially when we don't have the speeds to capitalize on it. The more I think about it, the more I kind of want to just ditch the mangonel plan altogether. I like it though. I've seen Blinky use it to great effect. Mangonel madness for sure. We'll do something different. We'll keep those out. This makes it easy. Then we go back to not having changed much. Essentially, we put in 3 pothers and we took out 2 Night Scholars and a something else. Oh, and a Faith Blessing because it got bad. So this is probably a fine deck as it is. We'll play one final Road to Beta game, do it against the hard AI, true to form, beat the crap out of that, and then I'll do one more wrap up video after that, but play a quick match against the hard AI. See what we can do. So playing order, you want to prioritize units, and then damage. I think focus is going to go, just because the unit we're putting down has the ability to deal a lot of damage. Doesn't have the ability to do it quickly though, because of its countdown. But it is the only unit we have right now, so let's go ahead and try and keep it alive. I'm going to let the decimation go, put a crown of strength. That way we get him out of burn range, which is nice. Ideally, I would have liked to put that on something else, but just looking at our hand, we don't have anything else. A Gulabber I don't care about at all, but it's good to try and get rid of those if you have the ability to. You want to clear the board, keep a clean board on your opponent's side. I don't think I like the idea of 2 crossbowmen on the field, but I think a second crossbowman may be better than Blessing of Haste. And then I can put this crossbowman down, and if he stays alive, I can put a heritage on him and keep him alive. Like, even though he's fragile, he's able to deal some or be more threatening because of this heritage. So we'll go ahead and push over. We'll do. I don't think we can get there in time, but yeah, and that was actually the wrong play. Let's see. We'll kabonk. See what we get. Oh, we get another kabonk. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we let the heritage go here, and then we kabonk again. There we go. Okay. This is not actually the position we want to be in. Skirmisher. Yeah, we don't like this automaton. Even with his 1 point of health left. I think what we do is we defend our crossbowman who's going to be able to destroy him next turn. We pitch the spearman because the spearman is not very good against energy with 1 attack, and Spiky is good probably against order. It's good against growth, but it's not a great ability against energy. So we're going to get up to 5, put out a skirmisher away from this unit, and then pass the turn. We're also positioning our units to avoid Thunder Surge, which was just cast, so that we don't get really hurt when we get Thunder Surge. We're going to position our units in other ways to avoid things like this was actually a bad position to put that crossbowman in because of Destroyer. But anyway, you guys don't care about that. Let's do this, and we actually screwed up with this move. Moving this crossbowman over to defend that skirmisher was dumb because now the gun automaton has a way to get out of this situation. But it's probably okay because dealing 8 damage to that idol is probably going to be a better position. Anyway. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, we'll pitch this Honorable General. Oh, we got a pushback. That'll be perfect to take out to buy us time against that ogre. For the time being, we're going to we care less about this crossbowman, I think, and more about the skirmisher because the rate of attack on the skirmisher is better because he has a countdown of 2 as opposed to a countdown of 3. So we're going to buff him, get him out of range of direct damage, and then that'll let us put 9 damage on that middle row. Then we hold on to that pushback for a turn or 2 so that then our opponent has to resummon their Iron Ogre. An infantryman will sacrifice to draw. Let's see. I think what we'll do is now we have to worry about things like Fury. So we're going to oh shoot, that was dumb. We're not going to get to capitalize on our Honorable General countdown like we want to. So we will. Yeah, I'm just playing this poorly. I apologize, guys. Let's see. 7. We actually have the ability to deal 7 damage next turn, but I think what we'll do is we'll still push back because it's the best utilization of our resources there. Yeah, and that Fury would have wrecked us next turn. There we go. Okay. So now we get to push over on our general. We're going to pitch this guy again. We're going to focus, which will be enough to take out both of these units, and then we'll put a spearman up front. That's not great for our Thunder Surge positioning, but yeah, that isn't great for our Thunder Surge positioning. We'll spread him. We'll put him up there just for now. There we go. That takes out that middle lane. Probably could have used that damage more effectively someplace else, but let's see. Blessing of Haste is not going to help us there. I think we. Let's see. Push. Drag. We'll push up and over, so then we can pose a threat of 2 units on this lane next turn. We'll keep that guy by himself. We'll sacrifice this Royal Spearman to cast Imperial Resources, and that puts us in a great position for next turn. You see that diamond attack pattern is what we're worried about. Okay, we're okay with that. We have a little bit of a decision to make here. The real question is our opponent. Let's see. Our opponent has a pretty good board presence, but we could choose to ignore it, and in doing so, we could capitalize on some pretty great attacks here, and essentially take these 2 lanes out. I think we can actually do. Let's see. We do 9, 6, 9. Yeah, we're just going to ignore that our opponent's position essentially, and we'll put out like a Thunder Surge at this point. We're not actually worried about. So we're gonna get a little bit more compact with our unit formations. Now we're going to chain, on next turn we're going to chain Honorable General countdown manipulation thing. You'll see it. And we knew this was going to happen, is that once we focus on these lanes over here, our opponent's going to try and stop us. But you saw, so this one's countdown was just reduced to 0, which reduced his countdown to 0, which then triggered those two. We want to see something other than that spearman. So a pother would be good. Let's see. A pother will be good to help us take out. Let's try 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. That's the order we want. We don't want to put him down, but we do want to put him down. Let's see. 4, 4, 2, 5. Okay. So we're gonna split units here, and then we have a blessing of haste next turn on one of our 2 attack units. That puts this at 1 health and this at 4 health. There's a lot of things that will win this game for us next turn. And essentially, by not engaging these units here, we've taken a more aggressive stance, which blah blah blah. You guys don't want to hear this. Let's see. A pother. We could see if we could win it with a pother right now. Let's see. Let's see if no, we can't win it with a pother right now. So let's do this. Sometimes you can confuse the AI by choosing to engage in lanes over here. So then he'll want to play stuff over here instead. So like because I put this unit here, the AI thinks I'm going to try and attack here, so it'll stack units. Obviously that unit's going to die. I really want to pother this turn though, because maybe we can find a win with a pother, so we'll do that. That gets him out of the way. Awesome, and we draw a pushback, so on our next turn, we definitely know that this Iron Ogre is going to come back and block, but we'll be able to push it back. And we'll have lots of units attacking next turn. There is the temptation to go ahead and Blessing of Haste just to put this damage in, but I want to keep myself from doing that just because double Iron Ogre trap. Okay, so he didn't fall for it, but I want to keep myself from doing that just because I know I had a turn there essentially to attack. I know that doesn't make sense. Tempo-wise, I knew I was going to have a turn where these countdowns would go off, and I would be able to deal a lot of damage. So I wanted to hold on until I knew the best place to use that. I'm really butchering that explanation, and I'm sorry. But let's see. Let's do this. We don't need more units at this point. We're just trying to win it outright. So speed will be great on our next turn. So we're going to push back, and we should have pushed the other one, this one back, but it's not going to matter because we're going to win right here. Yep, that'll do it. Let's even focus there. We'll take out that guy just for fun. Anyway, pretty aggressive deck, pretty good synergies. You see the deck plays well together. That was another game of Mono Order, and that'll probably wrap it up for us as far as new content on the road to beta. We'll spend one final trip to the store to purchase some scrolls. We got a shrine. Let's sell it. See what else we can. Maybe we can just go infinite on buying stuff. Shrine. That's our 4th shrine, so we'll sell that. We'll buy one more scroll. A kabonk. That's fine. We'll leave it there. Anyway, I think that'll do us, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. For those who watched the whole series, watched my machine evolve. So now that I can do this, just that alone make you sick. But at least it doesn't. The frame rate doesn't cut out on you. So that'll do us. Look for the next episode real soon, and we'll see you in beta. And until next time.